The Ministry of Health and Wellness continues to screen and provide tests to close contacts of some 18 employees from James Bus Line who have so far tested positive for COVID-19. And so these persons remain in isolation or quarantine. Since the pandemic, this is the first outbreak that the public transportation industry is reporting, and it's concerning.
We got the information late Friday night that some of the James bus operators would have been tested positive, and because of 6 of them being positive, they wanted to test the entire James team. And so that would have taken place on Saturday. And because it was already 6 of which was a high percent of the total amount of employees, they asked us to then get involved.
Falling under the purview of the Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, a quick response saw the bus operators activated and stepping in to take on the runs to and from southern Belize.
To ensure that other bus operators would go on the road and not take the risk further. So we worked with the Ministry of Health and we started to call bus operators and finalize that schedule early Saturday morning to ensure that passengers would have not been impacted as much as possible. We want to minimize the exposure of anybody, and these bus operators come in contact with hundreds of customers on a daily basis. So we ensure that we worked with the Ministry of Health. We were on the phone with James Bus to support them with finding bus operators to finalize the schedule when there would have been peak times.
Today, however, a video surfaced online of an overcrowded bus with standees. This is not in compliance with the COVID-19 protocols currently in place. According to the quarantine regulations, buses should be operating at a 75% capacity. There is also sanitization being done at the terminals. But what happens after these buses leave the terminals is another matter.
We've been having challenges with that when these buses leave the terminal, because we have our terminal management team that would manage that only 75% of customers can buy a ticket, only 75% of customers can be before these buses leave the terminal. We've tried to optimize the enforcement. One of the things that we're doing at the Department of Transport is trying to ensure that we capture these operators that are not willing to enforce this and not follow the protocols and the SI. So we're launching a short code soon that you'll be able to call in directly. It's going to be a 3-digit number. And we're also finalizing our WhatsApp number that we'll be communicating so that these videos can be shared directly to us. You could tell us immediately. We could immediately call the owner of these buses so that they could call their drivers, because we will be ensuring that we issued it. Well, we have been doing it where we issue the tickets and they have to pay the fine because they are not adhering to it. We've told the bus operators we're not going to renew permits, and based on the amount of complaints that you have, it is going to impact the future of your bus operating with the amount of complaints that we receive.
CEO Marconi Leal Jr. says that they are also asking for all persons within the transport industry to get vaccinated. Duane, Moody for News 5.